Maharashtra's Navanirman Sena chief Raj Thackeray has opposed Hindi being made a mandatory third language in state school. Following the implementation of NEP 2020, Hindi will be a mandatory third language for students from class 1 to 5th in Maharashtra school from the 25 to 26 academic year. Thackeray says his party will not tolerate the compulsion and will not allow center to Hindi fire everything. In a post on X, he said, "We are Hindu, not Hindi." The issue is someone who is politically marginalized, with a very poor vote share, trying to revive himself by this Hindu-Hindi controversy. Because his political trajectory, which was full of promise, has not gone to a place which people thought will go. Now let me pay out the reaction of two people. One is Sanjay Raut and the second is Devendra Fadnavis, who spoke on it.
देखिए, देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी है मुख्यमंत्री, वो अपनी राजनीति भाषा के आड़ में करना चाहता है। सबसे पहले वो अपने आप को समझ लेना चाहिए कि मैं महाराष्ट्र राज्य का मुख्यमंत्री हूँ और यहाँ की राजभाषा मराठी है। सबसे पहले महाराष्ट्र में मराठी जो है वो सख्त करो कि मराठी कंपलसरी करो, वो अब तक नहीं है। सिर्फ एक आदेश निकाल के सरकार का मराठी कंपलसरी नहीं हो सकती। मराठी यहाँ नंबर 1 भाषा है, राजभाषा है, हमारी मातृभाषा है। सबसे पहले मराठी को वो दर्जा मिलना चाहिए। वो अभिजात भाषा का दर्जा देने से ज्यादा कुछ होता नहीं। नौकरी, उद्योग, व्यवसाय, आर्ट, उसमें मराठी का सम्मान रहना चाहिए। उस बारे में कुछ करो, बाद में दूसरी भाषा। और बात रही हिंदी की, भैया हिंदी हमको सिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है, खास करके महाराष्ट्र में। इस मुंबई शहर में देश का सबसे बड़ा हिंदी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री है और यहाँ से हिंदी गाने, हिंदी फिल्में, हिंदी स्क्रिप्ट बनी जाती है। हम सब हिंदी गाने गुनगुनाते हैं, हम हिंदी फिल्में देखते हैं। हमें आप क्या हिंदी सिखाओगे भाई? एजुकेशन में, शिक्षा में ये आप जबरदस्ती नहीं कर सकते, आपको ये पढ़ना है या नहीं पढ़ना है।
हमारा ये प्रयास है कि सबको मराठी भी आनी चाहिए और साथ साथ अपने देश की भाषा जो है वो भाषाएं भी आनी चाहिए। तो मुझे लगता है कि इस माध्यम से जो केंद्र सरकार ने विचार किया कि हमारे देश में एक संपर्क भाषा होनी चाहिए, उस दृष्टि से ये प्रयास किया गया है। बाकी महाराष्ट्र में मराठी को कंपलसरी करना, ये हमने पहले ही निर्णय लिया है। महाराष्ट्र में हर एक को मराठी सीखना ही होगा, लेकिन साथ साथ वो अंग्रेजी भी सीख पाएंगे, हिंदी भी सीख पाएंगे और कोई उनको लैंग्वेज सीखनी है तो वो भी सीख पाएंगे।
I'm joined by Jayant Mainkar and Advocate Nikhil Jain. Straight away I'll go to Jayant Mainkar. Is this the way Mr. Thackeray has thought of politically reviving himself in Maharashtra?
You see, the language is something, the issue for both Thackeray, warring Thackeray brothers to just jump on, because that was the issue on which even Babasaheb Thackeray had started. That is a fact. So the moment it comes that Hindi will be made compulsory from first standard, actually in Maharashtra, even my children are there, they were just telling me, they were obviously in convent school and they had Hindi from the first standard. So already it is there in convent schools. So will it be that you will be implementing the same thing in government schools? In government schools, we had Hindi from 5th standard. Are you going to take it to first standard? Okay, it's not. But is it that big issue to make it like that? And has Hindi being accepted as national language? So these are the questions. RSS Sangha Parivar wants Hindi to be just thrusted upon entire country. And Raj Thackeray and as well as even Uddhav Thackeray, because Sanjay Raut is speaking Uddhav Thackeray's language, are just jumping on the same to revive their Marathi Asmita and all that. What Sanjay Raut said, actually, I mean, I may not agree with him on many occasions, but today what he said is perfect. In Bollywood is the hub. I mean, Mumbai is the Bollywood hub. And we don't need to.
I'll come back to Jayant. I'll come back to you. There's a bit of a problem. There's a bit of an audio problem. Nikhil, sometimes I feel that, Hindi is getting a bad name. Sometimes politicians are just kicking Hindi around because they think it's going to revive their lost fortune. If you look at the data of MNS, the party is nowhere. So he's saying, we are Hindus but not Hindi. I mean to say, is it like a gasp of a politician who has not been able to make a dent in the Marathi politics despite being the rising star 20 years ago?
Kartikeya, I can't say what are Raj Thakkre's intentions behind this, but one thing that I can say is I never thought that I'd be finding myself agreeing with Raj Thakkre on any point, but today I do. And I want to look at this problem beyond just the lens of electoral politics and whatever percentage of vote share or the number of seats this party has gotten in the past or continues to get. See, the issue is that the BJP does not understand that we live in a country with vast linguistic, cultural, and religious diversity, and you cannot impose a single religion, a single form of practices, or a single language on most of the country. Now, the National Education Policy 2020, which envisioned a three-language policy, three languages to be taught to students at the school level, that does not talk about mandating Hindi anywhere. And this is precisely the argument the central government uses when a similar controversy erupts in Tamil Nadu. They say that the third language could be anything that you choose. It could be Malayalam, it could be Kannada, it could be anything. But then you have Devendra Fadnavis in a non-Hindi speaking state going around and saying that from class standard first, we are going to mandate the learning of Hindi. And I don't think that is very productive for the culture and heritage of the country, whatever state it is. And to quote that, I will give you a simple example, Karthikeya. I am a Punjabi by my ancestry. A friend of mine is a Kashmiri Pandit. Another friend of mine is a Bundelkhandi royal, and none of us can speak the languages. We can only speak Hindi and English. Nobody can speak Bundelkhandi, Kashmiri, or Punjabi. None of the three of us can do that. And the reason for that is that our entire education, schooling education, and the society that we've all grown up in big cities. We have only learned to speak Hindi and English, and as a consequence, what has happened that we have sort of abandoned our own mother tongue. I cannot speak the language of my forefathers. My parents can, but I can't. And I think that is what might happen in Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and other places when you have Hindi being taught at the very elementary level. Because obviously Hindi is spoken by a larger number of people. It is a better linked language than Maharashtra or Tamil or Kannada or Punjabi could be. And we don't want that. We want to preserve our culture. I am not against people learning Hindi. They should. It's a beautiful language. But at the same time, the government should not be mandating students or schools or parents to have the kids learning the language.
Jayant, let me just contextualize it. In Maharashtra, I understand Marathi is a very vibrant language. Marathi theatre, Marathi culture, Marathi films. But Hindi also has a space in Maharashtra.
Absolutely. Nobody can deny that. Bollywood. The
Bollywood.
home of
Jayant,
Hindi cinema is in Maharashtra.
I want to know this from you, Jayant. It's not as Hindi. It's not like Tamil Nadu, there is a cultural context there. In Maharashtra, the whole issue is different.
See, what Sanjay Raut said, I agree with him. We don't need to teach Hindi, and it's perfect. Because most of the Hindi language, out of 13 crore population, whatever that Maharashtra has, 10 crore are Marathi speaking, and they can speak Hindi thanks to Bollywood. But you already here the point of contention is different.
Okay, are you saying that this has touched a raw nerve? Okay, so questions, simple question. Do you think this will touch a raw nerve, or is just that little storm in a teacup which Raj Thakkre is doing? Do you think it's a substantive issue, or it's just a... Your argument looks like it's a substantive issue.
No, it will be another point for Raj Thakkre to sort of score on Marathi Asmita, and he jumped on that. That's all. He has another point. The way he will say, you talk to Marathi, you have a signboards in Marathi. Now he will say, don't make it compulsory. But will Devendra Fadnavis accept it? Will Devendra Fadnavis revert back? That is the main question. Because already Raj and Devendra Fadnavis are politically expected to come close together in BMC elections.
And but does it have any political dividend? You are talking like that this has a political dividend.
Yeah, they are trying to come together. And political dividend will be there.
Is it like Tamil Nadu? I understand in Tamil Nadu when Stalin talks about language, it has a political dividend. But in Maharashtra, does it have a political dividend?
Yes, it will have. It will have definitely. It will have definitely. There is a core that they will accept it.
Going by Mr. Thackeray's numbers, he doesn't inspire much hope. But I showed you the numbers: 5.7, 3.2, 2.3, 1.6.
I will tell you. That's what I said. See, in BMC elections, the overtures, the process of alignment is already on, and Raj Thakkre is expected to join Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde there will be three parties together in BMC elections to root out Uddhav Thackeray faction completely, which is ruling BMC, the 40,000 crore BMC for the last 3 decades.
But how are they
And
going to
for
do it?
that, it is expected.
It's a BJP's decision. निखिल, इससे क्या लगता है इनकी छुक गाड़ी चल जाएगी?
See, Karthikeya, I think time would be the best, place to answer that question. I do not think that Maharashtra has the kind of strong regionalist sentiment as Tamil Nadu does. But at the same time, I'm not going to write it off completely. Any state where the native language, mother tongue, isn't Hindi, this sort of politics, whether it is good or bad, we can have a discussion on that later. This sort of politics would certainly reap some dividends, whether high or low. That remains to be
very
seen.
unusual to see you defending Raj Thackeray. Huh? But that's what politics
See, I defend
is.
on points. I defend on points, Karthikeya. I think that is probably my guilt speaking, that I can't speak my mother tongue. But that is how it is. I talk on policy.
Okay, thank you both of you. Thank you both of you for joining me on this short debate. I personally feel that all subaltern languages have space in this country, but sort of language chauvinism and language pride are two different things. One should be really proud of your language, one should be really proud of your culture, but chauvinism is a different thing. Then it vitiates the atmosphere.